4 500 got 100 on dash. It is my dash for the tiki. Wow. It is the 12th of January 2026. Now, where the hell have I been? I'm sure no one's asking that, but I know that I'm asking now. Where the hell have I been? I'm going to check my Spotify creators profile page and see when was the last time I actually uploaded a podcast. I'm gonna check relearning how to speak. So relearning how to speak was the 16th of December 2025, and then relearning how to live, which is what I'm gonna do here. This is gonna be a relearning how to live. This one was have I even uploaded one yet? Yeah, the 14th of December, and I believe I've only done one episode on relearning how to live. I'm pretty sure I have. I'm definitely sort of out of sync of how I was doing it back um way back when. But yeah, it's been nearly a month. Well, it's been it's been nearly a whole month. So I just kind of want to explain where I've been, what I've been doing. So my last working day of last year was the 18th of December. The 19th, I ended up going to the Christmas party. Got very drunk with my work crush. Ended up adding a bunch of people who I work with on Instagram, which is interesting, I guess. That's that. Got very drunk with the Indian girl. Bro, we were inseparable. We was inseparable, bro. And she did end up kissing me that night, but it was just on the cheek. I think maybe twice. It was maybe twice. Yeah, and she said that I was like, damn it, she's got a fucking boyfriend though. That fucking sucks, bro. That sucks. But yeah, that was that. And then that's sort of it really. And then what I've kind of found is, I think for the past maybe 3 years, I've always taken the week leading up to Christmas off, and then the week after. So I always have about 2 weeks off of work around the Christmas period. Well, at least that's what I've done for the past 3 years. And, for the past 3 years, I've just found myself in such a rut around that time where I'm not really washing properly. I'm not really brushing my teeth properly. I'm not doing anything. I'm literally just spending the whole day just doom scrolling, just jerking it, feeling really sorry for myself. And yeah, I don't want to do that again this year. I'm really trying to implement positive behaviors in my life. And I feel like there's most definitely a trend here with me. And that's if I have a little leeway to, slack off and just go into a rut, I will do that every single time. So this whole work shit, as much as I, you know, don't like it, I find it kind of necessary for me. Otherwise, I will be such a couch potato. It's unreal. But that's that. Christmas was alright. Nothing really special happened around Christmas. It was really the following week, so the start of January. I can't remember if I spoke about this person. I think I might have spoken about him briefly, or maybe not at all, to be honest. It was on the BFF app, which is just rife of gay people. There was this girl who we matched. Oh my god, we matched the 2nd of December, 2024. All right, and we met up for the first time the 2nd of January, 2026, and we were talking here and there. Um, So in December we spoke, I think, once or twice, and then she responded back to me, I think, yeah, June last year, so summertime. Then we spoke again around September, spoke around November. We swapped Instagrams in November, and then we just started speaking on Instagram pretty consistently, I'd say, for about a month. And then she wished me happy birthday. And just just sort of got on. And and then ended up meeting her on the 2nd of January, so my first working day back. After work, I went to watch Marty Supreme with her. That was pretty cool. We went to Nando's as well. That was pretty sweet. And I just had a really good sort of time. And then, see, the thing with me is when I'm kind of first speaking to girls, even on a platonic level, because I am quite lonely and quite inexperienced with girls. Any little bit of attention, I'm kind of falling head over. And I definitely develop crushes very very easily, and I always have. But I think definitely more so now because I'm very removed from socializing just in general. So just a girl hanging out with me was kind of cool and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then the next day, and then I didn't really because I got this little jealous kind of crush where it's just like obviously she's extremely popular, not only with friends but with guys as well. And she's talking about her ex and how she's still fucking him and everything. It's like, oh, right, okay, great. You know what I'm saying? Because I have this weird kind of thing where it's like even if I don't really like someone in a relationship or a sorry, even if I don't like someone in a romantic sort of way, I really want them to love me and I want them to like me first and shit, so I can push back and say no. I don't really know why. I would probably ask ChatGPT that, to be honest with you. Um, Chat's been really slow on my laptop for a little bit, but let me ask that. Um, it's probably something to do with my childhood. Me use the microphone for ChatGPT. Okay, I've clicked it, but it's so slow. Okay, it says microphone in use. Okay, great. Hello, ChatGPT. I'm just talking about a female platonic friend that I've met, and I just want to see if you can maybe psychoanalyze what I'm thinking right now, and maybe tell me why I'm thinking like this. It's like every time, because I'm very socially removed, I'm very socially withdrawn from people, especially women. I'm not gay. I'm very much a straight man. Um, and I mean, I kind of like to be friends with women. I think it's just because of how I've kind of grown up. You know what I'm saying? Just single mom, but I have had a sister, even though we're not very close. And then I was very close to my grand, so it's just always kind of girls around. You feel me? And the thing with me is, it's like when I'm kind of talking to a girl, like as a platonic friend, like I'm kind of developing these crushes very early on. I think it's just because it's just this thing of like a girl actually giving me attention, so I'm very easily developing crushes. But the thing is, it's sort of like I almost want them to fall in love with me. I almost want them to have a crush on me so I can then reject them and say, no, I just want to be friends, even though I have a little crush on them. But I don't even know if it's a crush. I think it's just this feeling of attention. Like, I like it when they give me attention. And I want them to, confess their undying love for me. And then I just want to say, no, we're just friends. Like, could you help explain why I feel like that and why I think that? You feel me? Okay, cool. I've just sorted that. So let's see what ChatGPT says. This is a powerful tool. This is a great tool. But I think my memory is so full. It's so fucking full that it's just so slow on this laptop. Um, So and then okay, chat saying, yeah, I hear you. At first, I want to say you're not weird. Okay, blah 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 blah. Attention versus attraction. This is cool. What you're describing doesn't actually sound like romantic desire in the usual sense. It sounds much more like the attention hunger mixed with validation. When someone, especially a woman, gives you warmth, interest, emotional presence, consistent attention, your brain goes, oh, this feels important, this feels good, this feels rare. And because you don't get that often, your brain labels the feeling as a crush, even if it isn't one. This is super common in people who are socially withdrawn, not used to being emotionally chosen, not used to being seen or wanted. So it's not, I want to be with her, it's, I like how I feel when she notices me. Why women specifically, your upbringing matters here, not in a cliche something way, but in a practical way. You grew up with a single mom and sister, very close to your grand. So women equals safety, care, emotional familiarity. It doesn't mean that you want to date every woman. It means women feel like a source of emotional grounding. If you're emotionally starved, you will naturally gravitate towards a place where emotional warmth historically came from. It's not creepy, it's conditioning. The I want them to fall in love with me so I can reject them part. This is the part that probably worries you, but it's actually very revealing in a healthy way. This isn't about hurting them, this is about control and reversal. Interesting. Here's the honest psychology behind it. You want to be desired, to be chosen, to be wanted first, because historically you haven't felt chosen. So the fantasy is if they fall for me, I prove I'm desirable. If I reject them, I'm finally the one with power. That's not arrogance, that's protective ego repair. It's your psyche saying, please let me feel wanted without the risk of being abandoned. You don't want intimacy, you want confirmation. Why you don't actually want it to go further, notice something important. In your fantasy, the story ends at rejection. You don't imagine dating, emotional vulnerability, long term closeness, sexual escalation. That suggests you may like the idea of being wanted more than the reality of intimacy. Closeness might feel overwhelming or destabilizing. Friendship feels safer because it has rules and distance. So the crush dissolves once attention stabilizes, emotional uncertainty drops, or things feel too real. This isn't manipulation, it's insecurity with imagination. You're not plotting to emotionally toy with people. You're lonely, ouch, emotionally understimulated, correct. Not used to reciprocal attention, correct. Trying to regulate self worth through fantasy. And fantasy is safe, reality is risky. Your brain is rehearsing a scenario where you're desired, you're in control, no one can reject you. That's a defense, not a flaw. Why it keeps happening, I don't care about that. What actually helps without forcing yourself to change. A few grounding truths. A crush that appears immediately is usually not attraction, it's novelty and validation. Real attraction grows slower and includes curiosity about the other person, not just how they make you feel. Wanting to be wanted does not mean wanting a relationship. What helps over time? More low stakes social contact to men and women. Learning to tolerate attention without attaching meaning to it. Reminding yourself this feeling doesn't require action. You don't need to suppress the feeling, just don't let it write a story for you. Final thing important. You're actually very self aware, very true. Most people never interrogate these impulses, they just act them out unconsciously. The fact you're asking, why do I feel this instead of how do I get them to like me is a good sign. If you want, next time we can help you distinguish attention and crush. So, I think what helps is just what chat's saying here, just kind of understanding it really, and acknowledging the feeling. That wanting to be wanted does not or does not equal to wanting a relationship. Wanting to connect with someone on a personal level does not mean wanting a relationship. I gravitate mainly towards women because that's where emotional security is, from my history. So that sort of explains it really well, actually. Yeah, then the next day, like literally the next day, we went out to the circus, which is really cool. I've not been to a circus in ages. So yeah, that was super cool. The night ended kind of abruptly because the girl and I got egged outside this pub. That was kind of cringe. But yeah, and then the next week, it was last week Wednesday. It was after work on a random day. Went out to her house with her cousin, and we got very drunk. That was kind of cool. And then on the Saturday, this is the bit that I was a little bit shaky on. Went again round to her and her cousin's house, and there was someone who's a trans person there, and I accidentally screamed the homophobic F slur when I was playing a game. That was really, really awkward. And yeah, I didn't like that at all. And I feel really bad about it actually. And that's something I want to ask ChatGPT about as well. So let me ask it right now. Hello there, ChatGPT. I was playing Five Nights at Freddy's with a group of girls. One of the girls was a trans girl, so a girl that transitioned into a dude. As I was playing Five Nights at Freddy, I had a jump scare and I screamed the homophobic F slur out. Now I love rap music and I love in my spare time, saying the N word, saying the homophobic F slur, just cursing now. I'm actually trying. I really want to make an effort to stop saying those words. Obviously, it's very closely linked to the music that I know and love. But I definitely want to stop saying these sort of curse words. I just want to like tell me how my default word is it's not the F word. Is like tell me how to undo that default. You feel me? Because that was really homophobic and that was really bad. Right, let's see what ChatGPT says about that. Cool, blimey, yeah, that was awkward, and I felt really, really bad. And I thought honestly that she would hate me after I said that. I fucking thought she would hate me. But okay, next one. Okay, I'm really glad you're taking this seriously and not brushing that off. It already puts you miles ahead of a lot of other people. What's more clarification? What's going on there? A trans girl is someone who transitioned to a girl. Oh yeah, trans guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So while that word came out automatically, what happened wasn't a brief slip, it was reflex slip. Oh, yeah, jump scare, adrenaline spike, adrenaline shutdown. But yeah, bro. I don't want to fucking hear that shit, bro. Verbal muscle memory. Oh my god, I'm saying private with music. I know. It's so cringe. I don't even like reading this, bro. How to actually undo the default. Okay, pick a replacement now. Your brain needs a new emergency word. It must be short, sharp, emotionally punchy, non-slur. Examples. You pick your own. These just models. Fuck's sake, Jesus Christ, holy shit, what the fuck? I think I'll just say fuck. I think fuck is it's a good one. Don't don't overthink morally here. This is about redirecting the reflex, not not becoming a monk. Drill it on purpose. It sounds stupid, but it works. When you're alone, pretend you got jump scared. Fuck! Say the replacement word out loud and do it multiple times. Fuck! 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 I'm gonna just do a whole fucking bro. I'm gonna do a relearning how to live where I'm just saying fuck. You are literally rewiring the pathway. Shock plus word. Athletes do this, musicians do this. It's real conditioning. Cut the private usage at least temporarily. If you truly want the default gone, you need a call off period, not forever, but long enough that the word loses emotional charge, your mouth stops reaching for it automatically. I can't believe I said the fucking F word, bro. What to do about the guilt? Yeah, take response. Yeah, blah blah blah. Yeah, just try and move forward. One important reassurance. Yeah, I'm not a bigot person, bro. But oh my god, that was really bad. I felt awful. I still do. Fuck! I'm gonna honestly try and just watch some scary shit. I can't believe I said the fucking F word, bro. Yeah, I really want to try and make an effort to say less curse words. I'm gonna still say fuck then. I think fuck is still good, but I can't believe I said the F word. I actually cannot believe that shit. I actually can't fucking believe it. I thought that was it. Like I seriously came home and I was seriously depressed. I thought I've just ruined a friendship. I've just ruined a friendship. She didn't. She messaged me the next day and stuff like that. But, I was fucking. Oh, that was bad. Yeah, that was bad. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we talk kind of fairly regularly actually, and think she likes me as a friend. She's autistic, but she's like definitely better than me. Like she's definitely better than me. But yeah, that's that. So that's cool. So new friend, hopefully new friend. Hopefully, I'm still really hyper aware that I said the F word in front of, three girls. One of them was a trans. Sorry, well, yeah, two girls. One was a trans girl to a trans boy, or however the hell that works. And then, like, all three of them are definitely a little fruity, bro. Like, even this autistic girl, she's. And the other thing is, I'm not even attracted to like physically, not really into her. Like, she's definitely a bit of a hippie. I definitely wouldn't say she's pretty. I definitely wouldn't say that. I'd definitely say messy, scruffy, autistic. I'd say definitely, yeah, definitely messy, definitely scruffy. Um, but you know what I mean? Like, kind of dope though. You feel what I'm trying to say, dude? So like, yeah, twin. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just try and ride out this wave of having this little caution here, to be honest. But yeah, I think it's almost gone, to be honest. I've updated my Hinge profile, by the way, today. I have chosen some new pictures. I definitely wanna maybe redo some of the prompts on Hinge, and I definitely definitely want to go over some of the pictures again, maybe, and probably some of the prompts, and just align all of the pictures across all of the apps. So Facebook dating, Hinge, Tinder, Bumble, BFF. That's what I'd really want to do. So yeah, that's something I would actually like to work on. And yeah, I think trying to speak to more girls will obviously help with the whole crush thing. Um, yeah, I think that I don't see that lasting very long. If I'm being very honest, I think I'm almost over it. Yeah, as far as reading, so for Christmas, I got the book How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. That's how you say the name. Not started it yet. I'm still trying to read a page a day of Will Prescribe You a Cat. I'm just trying to do that here and there as I sort of go. But, yeah, definitely taking long. I think once I get back into the swing of things with these little podcasts, I definitely want to, even if it's just me reading a page a day in this podcast, definitely want to. I definitely want to do that. I definitely want to read a little bit more. I don't think my pink book is here. It's not here. I think I actually read out in one of the last podcasts that I did about my New Year's resolutions. I've definitely been going out a little bit more. I've definitely been socializing a hell of a lot more. But I don't just want to leave it there with this little friend group. I definitely want to definitely try and branch out a little bit. Definitely try to meet other people too. I definitely don't want to put my eggs in one basket because that's what I done last time with my old friends, and ultimately look at where I am now. And this girl is definitely cool, but I do have this feeling that it's just like for the moment. I don't know if it's for life. I feel like she's the type of girl where it's like as soon as she gets a boyfriend, it's probably gonna be over. You feel me? Like I feel like that's just sort of it. That's the ultimate feeling that I'm thinking about. She is single, but she's still very much fucking her ex, which is just Yeah, I don't know if I really like that about her. I think that's really bad, and I think it's really cringe and whorish and sluttish. So literally after the first meeting, I was like, man, she's a whore, she's a hoe, she's a slut. And that's not me slut shaming. That's actually me being honest, right? That is what she is, and I don't like that at all. So yeah, but yeah, and then let me talk about work. So I've just got the confirmation today that I do have a promotion that is lined up. Uh, fat pay rise, fat, fat pay rise. 25%. That is proper nuts. You feel what I'm saying? That is proper crazy. Um, that's a lot of money. I've gone up. I'll say right here, 10K. Which is crazy. And now that will most definitely help. I've definitely over the weekend actually. I think it was actually on Sunday. I think it was yesterday. I or about was it Sunday? Think it was Sunday, yeah. I kind of, yeah, it was. Yesterday, I sort of wrote up my plan as far as my ISA. I've definitely got a lot of money in my current account, which is cool, but it's just kind of wasting away. Yeah, so my sort of plan is for this 12 months, I'm planning to um put in as much money as I can into my ISA, just because the money that I'm just sort of sitting on is ultimately just it's just going to waste because it's not beating inflation at all. I've had this ISA for 3 years. Actually, I think it's 3 years today, and yeah, I mean I've got a little bit of profit in there, but obviously I've only been putting in about 200 a month, which is ultimately nothing. It's 2,400 a year, which is yeah next to nothing. So I'm thinking, I mean, look, whilst I've got spare cash, once I've got a pay rise, right? Um, I definitely want to put a little bit more in now, even if it's just for 12 months. I'm not even talking about the whole tax year thing. I'm just talking about 12 calendar months, not the fucking tax year, bro. 12 calendar months. So from January, so from this month all the way up to December. Um, I want to try and put in as much as I can in my ISA. Now, obviously, I don't want to do a dump. I'd rather kind of drip feed it in. I think that's the smarter thing to do, um, to be honest. And I think it's just better from a um, from the point of view of the market goes up and down. If I put all of my money in when the market's up, then that's really bad. But then if I put all of my money in when the market's down, that's kind of equally as bad too. So just need to spread it out a little bit, drip feed it in for 12 months. That's what I'm gonna do anyway, or that's the idea anyway. I'm gonna do that as much as I can. Holiday trip. That's something I definitely want to talk about. I really want to go to China this year. As crazy as it sounds, as controversial as it sounds, it's definitely a very controversial place. Definitely a controversial country. I mean, even I think it was last week there were talks about possibly China invading Taiwan. Um, and starting a war with Taiwan. I don't know how true that is, but it's almost in response to Trump starting a war with Venezuela, just kind of for the fuck of it. It seems like, which I'm laughing, but it's not funny. Um, yeah, so I'm definitely leaning towards China. I was actually when I was waiting for the girl because we met up at a local town. I actually went to a local library and I was reading one of the Chinese travel guidebooks that they have. Sorry, so I'm definitely thinking the next Saturday, I can definitely go. Um, to that same town. I definitely want to take out that book again because that book was really cool. Um, yeah, I definitely want to do that. I know I have a more local library. I wonder if that local library, which is literally about like a 20-minute walk, I wonder if that place has it. Let me have a let me have a Google. I know on I believe on the website. Let me go on this website. Oh yeah, I think on this website, it does. Yeah, there's a catalog. Oh whoa, what the hell? What's that password? No, no, it's not that. Let me search China. China. Um, China. And then fiction. No, that's non-fiction. I always get fiction and non-fiction confused. Non-fiction is the real deal, ain't it? Okay, subject, travel and holiday. Not under that one. um, let's have a look. Right. How many books about China are there? 49. Okay, I guess I can just scroll through them. Definitely a lot of anti-China propaganda here. The Taiwan story. Okay, nice. Definitely want to hear about that. Okay, next page. Just scroll down. Scroll down. Nothing there. TikTok. Boom. Yeah, a lot of propaganda. Propaganda. Okay, go that. Okay, Beijing and Shanghai, 2009. See, the thing is, what? Why is it not here? I think it was a Lonely Planet. Let me see. I was taking pictures on my phone. It was a Lonely Planet. Yeah, 294. Oh my god. Let's see. Lonely Planet. If I just search up China, see what comes up. Hong Kong. Here we go. China. Top sites, authentic experience. Pick that. Okay, yeah, cool. So look, China, top sites. Yeah, it's definitely this book. Yeah, there's only one, and it's at that local library that I went to, which is quite the shame. I just searched up maybe China travel. China travel. Let's have a look. Let's see. Let me filter it by publication year. 2022. And that's just general. Okay, China. Open up this one. This is 2008. One is 2016. Anything after that is just a bit too old, I know. Beijing, Shanghai, yeah, 2009. See, that's a long time ago. China, that one is currently on loan, and then there's another one. China, yeah, no. Okay, so my only option is to go to that other library to take out that China book. I'm pretty set on it, to be honest. I mean, I don't know where else I would really want to go. I have made a little list of places that I wouldn't mind going to. Just Find it, find it, find it. Oh, it's not in that WhatsApp chat, it's in this one. Yeah, so yeah, I've got so trip ideas. I've got four more trip ideas, and I'm sort of done, to be honest. First one is China, so that's going to Beijing, then Shanghai, then Hong Kong, which I think is probably what I'd like to do next. Then the only other place in Europe that I'd be vaguely interested in going to is definitely Athens. I think Athens is kind of cool. So Greece. Um, and then Africa, as far as Africa, Egypt is really the only place that kind of interests me. I think a safari could kind of be cool, but I think Egypt is definitely the one. I think, but I think it's a bit of a war torn part of the world at the moment. So I don't know if that's a smart idea to do or smart place to go. Um, and I've also heard in Egypt they absolutely harass the tourists, which really turns me off. I used to work with this lady, and she said that one of her family members went to Egypt, and she said that the worst holiday she'd ever had, and it's because of the people. So that really turns me off, being honest, of Egypt. But yeah, I'd probably go with a little group or something. And then I've put as far as like Middle East. I've always thought that Israel was a really sweet place to go. Like going to like Jerusalem, shit like that, like a little pilgrimage. I think that's ton. I think that's really really ton. Definitely would not go there now. Definitely would not go there at the moment. Definitely a bit too war torn for me. So yeah, I think the China one's definitely doable. This is the little chat GBT trip that I've kind of got planned. I've got go to Beijing, Tiananmen Square, Forbidden City, evening markets, and then the next day the Great Wall of China. The next day Temple of Heaven, Huton Walk. Next day Summer Palace, Lamar Temple, San Litan. Um, I don't know. I actually don't know what these things are. It's just what ChatGPT says. Obviously, I really want to put some real focus time in on um some real focus time in on the whatchamacallit on like China, like what I did with Australia, like before I kind of told myself, okay, I'm a for sure go that I kind of got a rough itinerary in. So this is definitely a rough itinerary, but it's very very rough because I don't know what these things are. It's actually just what ChatGPT has suggested me. And then a day from Beijing to Shanghai, you can take a high speed train. And then yeah, Shanghai places like the Bund. Um, yeah, and then Yew Garden, Old Town, French Concession Walk, and then there's a few day trip options from Shanghai. There's the Water Town. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Um, Zhuo, bruh. Then there's another place, a lot of canals. It's possibly pronounced Jiuhu. And then another place, Hangzhou. Um, yeah, there's some interesting places there. As some little day trips just from Shanghai, and then fly out of Shanghai, go to Hong Kong, and spend a bit of time in Hong Kong. Go on the Star Ferry, Victoria Peak. Next day, possibly cable cars, the Big Buddha, Monk Hop markets. Huh? And then Kowloon Park, Avenue of Stars, Symphony of Lights, and then fly back Hong Kong to London. So it's a proper 2 week trip. The thing with China is with the UK, they've currently got the 10-day travel without visa exception rule where you can travel without a visa if you go to China, then leave China within 10 days. So that's definitely something that I would be interested in. But yeah, I definitely want to put a little bit more time in on that. Now, the girl friend who I'm sort of girlfriend, the girl buddy who I've been talking to, her brother lives in Vietnam. She's also a bit of a keen traveler too. So yeah, we have spoken about traveling here and there. And yesterday she sort of said, "Hey, like next time I go to Vietnam, you could come with me." And I was like, "Okay, that could be cool." I don't know if that's something that she's just kind of saying. A part of me feels like it's not. Um, but I don't really know if I'm interested in Vietnam, to be brutally honest. Um, yeah, but that's something. But for me, I think I'm pretty set on going in October. I did have a little look at um, I did have a little look at flights as well. I did actually save one link on my phone. But what I want to do now is because that's kind of this in my head that I should probably make a new note in my notepad. Open up WhatsApp. I've actually linked WhatsApp to my PC for like a second time because the first time it's just kind of unchecked itself, which is strange. Whoa, this is so slow. Right, let me just scroll up. Right, China trip. And I do have some rough dates I think could work, like real rough dates, just from what I've seen online. Okay, so China trip. There. Day zero will be flying to London. Day one will just be arriving in Beijing. Day two will be Tiananmen Square, all of that stuff, Berlin City. Day three will be the Great Wall. Day four will be the Temple of Heaven. Day five will be Summer Palace. Day six will be going to Shanghai on the train. And then day seven will be Shanghai. Day eight will be Shanghai. And then day nine will be a day trip. And then day 10, flying to Hong Kong. Day 11, Hong Kong. Day 12, Hong Kong. I know nothing about Hong Kong, by the way. Day 13, Hong Kong. Day 14, fly back to London. So, this is the chat GBT. Let me just do China trip itinerary. He said that. And I definitely want to do, I definitely want to read that book. Um, yeah, see, my sort of thing is I do know it is still January, but I really want to get this 2 weeks in quick because now the department's like shrunk. It's just me and this because with this new job title, it's just me and this one girl, and she's definitely the pre-planner sort of person. I mean, it's literally like the first week back, or sorry, it's the start of the second week back, and she's used up so much annual leave because she's reserved so many days in advance. And I'm thinking, crap. This evening, or last thing I've done at work today was reserve 2 days off my birthday. That'll be the 8th and 9th of December. I have reserved off Christmas Eve, as I've already said. I'm not doing the whole 2 week thing again because I'm always just in such a rut. And then I've reserved off well, not reserved off, I've taken off the mandatory 3 days, which I need to take. So manager's actually off on annual leave today. It's actually her birthday, so she's normally really quick with approving stuff. So I'm pretty sure those will be approved in a row. Um, and yeah, I think I'm gonna try and take my time with definitely this Saturday. I actually want to write it in my phone. What time does that library open? Okay, let's see. Library opening times Saturday. I think it's 9. Yeah, it's 9:30. So I'm gonna put here on the 17th, which is this Friday, which is this Saturday. I'm gonna put at 9:30. I really want to go to the library. I want to put here China book question mark, and I want this to remind me an hour before Monday. 9:30. Yeah, definitely do that. So I can get that book. Obviously, I'm gonna check before. I'll I'll check the day before if that book's actually reserved or not. I might be meeting up with another BFF friend who is very autistic. She's very young. She's asked if I can dog sit with her. Might be alright. Yeah, I don't know. See, I'm very conscious about putting all of my eggs in this one basket with this crush girl who I kind of am friendly with. Um, yeah, and yeah, I'm just very conscious about doing that because that's what I done last time. It really backfired for me. But then the other thing is, we actually have so much fun together, and I definitely prefer being with her than this dog girl. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, with this crush girl, I think I'll just call her hippie girl from this point on. Yeah, so there's dog girl and then there's hippie girl. Just because I don't want to refer to her as crush girl because that might reinforce in my brain that hey, kind of crush girl. I don't. So scruffy girl, yeah, scruffy hippie, shit like that. I'll say scruffy girl. She's definitely loaded. I've had a quick stalk of her. She works for a official travel and tourism for the city of London, and she's a manager. I think she's earning bank. She's also got a mortgage. She's like 2 years younger than me. She's got a mortgage. That's nuts. Um, yeah, and every time I'm out with her, she just spends money like it's nothing. Like the other day when we met up, um, she showed me that she had just bought £200 headphones. Oh my god, that's nuts. I would make a purchase like that. £200 for a headphone. I mean, she must be loaded, and she had headphones already that she said were perfectly fine. And yeah, she's always doing stuff. She's always going away. Yeah. I mean, she must have some sort of endless pot of money. Must have an endless pot of money. It's unlike. I mean, how the hell doesn't she? She is quite posh. She is definitely quite upper class. I think most hippies are, to be honest. I think most hippies are from quite well-off families. You know, Um, but yeah. So what I'm probably gonna do now for the rest of the evening is what should I do? I'll definitely message this girl back. I've definitely been leaving her hanging. I'm definitely going to because I have started watching some China videos. I definitely want to see. I sort of like this itinerary to be honest. I just really want to make sure that I'm allocating the right days. You know what I'm saying? Like I've got 4 days in Beijing, 1 day traveling, and 3 days in Shanghai, then 1 day traveling to China. So that's a total of 9 days in China, um, which I think is sufficient. I think one, two, three, 4 days in Beijing, 1 to 3 days, say 2 days in Shanghai, one possible day trip there. So yeah, let's say, you know what I'm saying, 1, 2, 3, yeah, all right, cool. Let's say 3 days in the Shanghai area. Yeah, that's cool. I think that's doable. I think most people don't recommend very long in Shanghai. I definitely want to do a little bit more research about Shanghai actually, yeah, and see if maybe I'm. But then saying that, I've only got 9 days. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I've only got 9 days. Um, I'm thinking, am I spending too much time in Beijing? I mean, first day's a write off, ain't it? First day's cool, second day's cool, third day's fourth day's cool. Yeah, I think 4 days in Beijing is fine, and then three just Shanghai. One, two. It's only 2 days in Shanghai, really, and then a possible day trip day. Yeah, I definitely want to research a little bit more about Shanghai, and then I definitely want to research about Hong Kong because I mean I'm a flight into Hong Kong, so that's 1 day done. And I'm saying 1 to 3 days in Hong Kong, and then fly out. I know nothing about Hong Kong, so I don't know if I can maybe squeeze that down to maybe two, maybe a little bit of money, maybe. But I actually quite like this itinerary to be honest. Um, I just want to do a little bit more research about the cities. I think that book is going to be necessary, if I'm being honest. So yeah, so that is that. I'm gonna do. I have this notepad. I think prior going to the library, I'm probably gonna save this on WhatsApp. This kind of list. Yeah. Just type this. Mm, cool. Um, yeah, so I'm a probably try and do a little bit more Chinese things, and I'm pretty convinced I'm a go to China, but when I finally confirm, I'll definitely download Duolingo and I'll definitely try and learn some sort of Mandarin. But from what I've heard online, the English is maybe not well spoken, but it is vaguely spoken in Beijing and Shanghai. It's only if you go outside of that, that's kind of when you've got some problems. Um, but I'm just staying in the upmost touristy areas, right? You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying, son? Yeah, twin. Um, so I've got that. Let me minimize that. Minimize that. Um, might read a little bit more of all prescribed you can. I definitely want to keep up with some podcasts that I've been listening to, or some audiobooks, sorry, that I've been listening to about stuttering and social anxiety. Some of them are really good. Some of them are really, really, really good. But yeah, I've definitely been neglecting that these last few weeks. I have just been really busy trying to socialize. And I'm not going to feel guilty about socializing, to be honest with you, because it's definitely a New Year's resolution for me to try and do that. So that's cool. Let me just have a look. Which one was I was definitely doing a lot of audiobooks. It's this one here. Think faster, talk smarter. I finished chapter one, which is called Tame the Anxiety. Every chapter is about an hour. Um, I'm thinking if I do maybe one a day, that could be kind of cool. Yeah, because as I'm kind of going out a little bit more, so I'm on the buses more. So I've been listening to I think his name's Roman Kemp podcast with some other dude. I don't even know his name. I only listened to that podcast because I was just trying to become more normal, and they just seem like the most normal NPC British white guys imaginable. It's incredibly boring if I'm being very honest, but I'm not interested at all. It's just I don't know why I'm watching it. I do think it's just because um I was just trying to kind of speak normal. I think that was why I started listening to that podcast, just trying to speak normal, trying to think about, or just oversee, or just think about what normal blokes kind of speak about, really. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll upload this. I might try and read a little bit more if I'll prescribe you a cat. I definitely want to read How to Win Friends and Influence People, piece by piece during this sort of podcast, even if it's a page a day, but definitely not in this session because, yeah, I definitely want to fly back to my friend and listen to the podcast. Yeah, for sure. Okay, cool. I'm gonna I'm gonna end it here under an hour. I think that's fine. I think I'll definitely do slightly less or slightly shorter episodes moving forward, just because I'm definitely finding myself a bit more busier, which is good though. It's good. It's definitely what I want. Okay, cool. Adios.